I'd been working overtime for weeks, stacking every dollar to cover our rent. Our landlord wasn't someone you messed around with. One late payment, and you were out on the street. So when I got home that night and opened my drawer to double-check the envelope, my heart dropped. It was gone. Every last bill, gone. I stood there in disbelief, my hands trembling as I searched the apartment again. I looked under the bed, in my sock drawer, even in the freezer like some lost soul chasing a ghost. But deep down, I knew. Only one other person had access to that drawer, my fiancée, Tasha. Before we dive into the story, we'll love to thank you for your continued support to this channel. If you enjoy this story and stories like this, kindly subscribe and hit on the notification button so you don't miss any of our stories. Tell us your name and where you're watching from in the comments section. We'll love to give you a shout out in our next video. Now let's begin. Tasha had always had a complicated relationship with money. She loved the thrill of spending, lavish dinners, trendy shoes, weekend getaways with her girlfriends. But I had drawn the line clearly when it came to rent. That money wasn't for fun, it was survival. So when she walked in with a shopping bag in one hand and the scent of some expensive new perfume trailing behind her, I didn't ask. I demanded, "Where's the envelope?" She didn't even flinch, just rolled her eyes and said, "Oh, that?" I gave it to Kyle. It's his 30th birthday. Don't be so stingy all the time. Like she'd handed him spare change for coffee, not the roof over our heads. I blinked, stunned. You what? I told you we'd figure something out. You act like money's everything. Kyle needed a proper party. It's a milestone birthday. He deserves to be celebrated. And what do we deserve? An eviction notice? To sleep in the car? Oh, please, it's not the end of the world. In that moment, something in me broke. Not in anger, not even in pain, but in clarity. I looked at this woman I thought I'd spend forever with and saw her for what she was: entitled, reckless, and incapable of understanding consequences. She took what wasn't hers. She gambled with my dignity. But what she didn't know was that I was about to take something far more valuable from her than any envelope full of cash. I didn't confront her further. Not that night. I let her think she won. I let her post pictures from Kyle's rooftop party with fireworks and champagne, smiling like life had never been better. She tagged me in them too, as if I was supposed to be proud. But I was already making plans, quiet ones. You see, Tasha wasn't just my fiancée. She was also the face of a growing lifestyle brand online. Minimalist glam, she called it. Weekly live streams, product promos, and self-love mantras laced with faux humility. Her audience adored her, called her an inspiration. What they didn't know was the Tasha behind the lens, the one who pawned off other people's rent money for balloons and vodka. But I knew, and I had receipts. Literal ones. She never logged out of the brand email on my laptop. So I started compiling messages between her and a shady promoter offering fake followers. Her ghostwritten blog posts, none of them hers. The Cash App screenshot where she transferred the exact amount from my account to her brother's. And the big one. Her side agreement with a skincare brand she had secretly signed using my identity to bypass credit checks. Fraud, plain and simple. I didn't go public yet. No, I waited. Waited until the night before our engagement dinner, when both families were set to meet. Tasha was buzzing with energy, practicing her speech in the mirror. She wore the necklace I bought her for Valentine's Day, the one she swore she'd cherish forever. And I just watched, smiling, waiting. Then I got up quietly, grabbed my phone, and left. I didn't show up to the dinner. Instead, I sent her parents an email with the documents attached. I CC'd her sponsors, her assistant, and her agent. I didn't say much. Just wrote, "Before you celebrate your future daughter-in-law, please take a moment to learn who she really is." She called me 14 times that night. I didn't answer a single one. And when I returned to our apartment, her stuff was gone, except for the necklace. She'd left it on the counter, tangled in a knot. It's been 6 months since the storm. Tasha's online presence dried up faster than summer rain. Sponsors dropped her, followers turned cold. Her brother, Kyle? He threw another party just 2 months later on someone else's dime. Her parents, once proud of their golden daughter, issued a public statement distancing themselves from her business dealings. And me? I moved to a different city, started fresh. What did I take from her? Not just her image or income. I took her credibility, her circle, her illusion of control. I took the life she built on borrowed time and broken promises and let it collapse under its own weight. And the best part? I never raised my voice. I never had to scream, beg, or explain. I just left her with silence and the truth. One afternoon, I got a handwritten letter forwarded to me from our old address. It was from her. No name, just the same shaky script I used to know. I didn't mean to ruin everything, it read. You were the one stable thing I had. I folded the letter and placed it in a drawer, not to forgive, not to remember, just to remind myself what happens when people mistake your silence for weakness. You can take money from my pocket, but once you lose my trust, once I see who you truly are, there's nothing left for you to steal, because I will take the one thing you can't replace, me. If this story hit you like it hit me, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gripping tales like this one. And tell me in the comments, what would you have done if someone you loved stole your rent money for a party? I'll be reading your thoughts. Until next time, stay wise and stay strong. See you soon in the next story.